Hey guys, QuinntonTV here, and welcome to a brand new video where today we are back with episode 4 of Doki Doki Literature Club. And yeah, if you don't remember, we're helping Natsuki put some manga up on a shelf, and apparently we're looking up a skirt. I don't remember this, but yeah, apparently my character's a pervert. So yeah, let's continue this. Natsuki seriously didn't think this through. Once she realizes I'll be dead, Natsuki wraps her arms around the Perfect Girls box set, easily the largest one on the shelf. Heavy. Hey Quinton, I don't think I can bend down without falling. Hurry and take this one. But then I have to let go of the chair. That's fine. Just for a second. Hurry up. Alright. Let me just stand up. I slowly release my grip from the chair. What do you mean, stand up? Natsuki looks down at me. Why are you all the way back? Natsuki looks like she just realised something, but she'll lose her balance if she moves. Natsuki, the box. What are you looking at? You're trying to look up my... Natsuki's legs shake. Oh my god. I'm not, I was just... Natsuki, don't try to move. Just give me the box. You pervert. You set me up. Go away. Get out. But I'll do it myself. The chair suddenly swivels beneath Natsuki's feet. Natsuki. Yeah! The scene turns to chaos in a split second. The chair flies from under Natsuki's feet. Frantically, I try to catch her. The box topples out of her hands and the books go flying. I got you. Crash. The full force of Natsuki's body against me throws me to the ground. A whole bunch of books pelt me in the face. Natsuki tries to shield herself with her own arms as her face lands straight on my chest. Oh my god. This is getting not very PG, everyone. Ugh. My right arm and my back seriously felt the impact. Wait, if I press the middle mouse, the text goes off. That's weird. Ugh. Suddenly Natsuki comes to her senses. She presses her arm straight into me to prop herself up. Natsuki seems to realise that it's not the floor that's beneath her. Gross. Yuck. A fist pounds into my chest. Natsuki then hoists herself to her feet. What were you thinking? You sicko! Everything okay over there? I heard a loud noise. Monica suddenly peers in. Monica, see what happens when you put your manga on the top shelf? Are you trying to kill your club members or something? Jeez. Sorry. Oh, and one more thing. It seems like your most recent club member is a total pervert. So I hope you're happy. I didn't... Somehow it's impossible for me to explain this whole bizarre situation to Monica. I didn't do anything, I swear. I know, don't worry. Monica says that quietly to me. Looks like I'm off the hook. Oh no! I look down. Natsuki's kneeling on the floor, holding one of the books that are scattered all over. There's a large diagonal crease along the page that she's desperately trying to smooth out. It must have landed on the page. Natsuki tries to fix the crease, but she can't get it out. Suddenly, she gives up and slams the book shut, then throws it to the floor. Instead of continuing to tell, she just lowers her head. That's sad. Natsuki, are you... No! Natsuki's voice squeaks. I see tears on her face. I'll help get the crease out, okay? Partially my fault, so... Natsuki shakes her head, still looking down. No, I don't even care that much. I'm just having a really bad day today. Natsuki sobs again. I didn't mean to take it out on you. She's fucking crying. I can't deal with this. I really didn't mean to. It's fine. Is there anything you want to talk about? Natsuki shakes her head. Just every day, it's so hard. I just want to come to the club and... Natsuki falls silent again. I can't press her, so I can only do what I know how to do, alright? Well, I'll help clean this up. I'll remove the rest of your manga for you. I pick up volume 2 of Perfect Girls. We'll set this one aside. This will help cheer you up a bit, right? You can get started once I'm done here. Natsuki looks up with her glossy eyes. Her lip quivers. You're really nice to me. That sounds really strange coming from Natsuki. I didn't expect... The music's changed and everything. Like, what the fuck? Is this trying to make me die? Of just, like, sadness. I didn't expect it at all. Well, I'm just treating you like a friend, you know? Natsuki lowers her head and stifles another sob. I'm not sure what happened to her today, but being nice is the least I could do. The next couple of minutes of silence as I gather the scattered books. I make sure to slip them into the box in their correct order. After a little bit, Natsuki starts helping. It isn't long before we're done, and I hoist the box onto the shelf where Natsuki wanted to put it. And then I get to the stool and quickly finish moving the rest of her books from the top shelf. Alright, that should do it. I hop off the stool. Natsuki averts her gaze. Thanks. It's nothing. Natsuki is holding the volume I set aside in her hands. Alright, I'm ready. Good. Even if you weren't, I'd make you anyway. We're talking responsibility for what you said. No, you're taking responsibility. The thing about cheering me up, if you insist. We sit in the same spot as last time, and I open the second volume. Natsuki's mood quickly improves, laughing and pointing things out to me. She's surprisingly sharp, making note of little subtle repeated jokes and background elements. In the end, I'm pretty impressed by how everything ties together in this manga. I guess Natsuki has a good taste after all. After some time, Monica gets our attention as usual, and it's time to share poems again. Guess I'll be holding on to this for now. Yep. Even so, you should sound more enthusiastic, time. Yeah, I'm starting to get into it, you know. I told you. Yeah. I return to my seat and slip the book into my bag. Who should I share my poem? And my fucking Teams is going again. I don't know why. Sayori, Natsuki, Monica. Let's go with Yuri first. Let's see what you've written for today. Well done, Quinton. Your skills are definitely improving. Oh, Red? Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. It's just happy to help inspire fellow writers. I know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid to be a little bit more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have an example of that. I'd like you to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands her poem. The Raccoon. Ooh. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies and as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more lightly off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft, the raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say I've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Okay. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express their way and it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's the sort of thing I am usually forced to keep to myself. Right, I'll tell you a little quick thing here. I actually wrote a poem in primary school. I was really shit at poetry, by the way, and I still am. But I wrote a poem in primary school called The Raccoon, which was about a similar thing. I think that's just a really cool coincidence, actually. It wasn't about, like, bread. It was about just, like, a raccoon that visits people's houses and, like, gets fed and shit. But we don't actually have raccoons in the UK, so I was like, What's a very unusual animal that would visit people's house? And then, yeah, I came up with a raccoon, because the thing we have closest to that is probably a fox. And, like, in the city, they always go on about, like, foxes and that. But in the countryside, they're a little bit annoying. Like, especially when they, like, kill chickens and shit. Like, if you live in the countryside in the UK, yeah, you're probably going to have a less favourable view of foxes. Let's just say that. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing and people will make fun of me. I don't have anything like that. Don't you have anything like that, Quinton? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes. Some things make us uncomfortable. Jesus Christ. After all, I had learned to embrace my own weirdness. I'd probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. Okay, that was a lot shorter. Let's go Monica, actually. Hi again, Quinton. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share something that you wrote for today? Yeah, sure, here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright. It's pretty good. You've been spending more time with Natsuki, haven't you? You must like her writing style. Yeah, I think it's a neat way to tell a story. My dog's moving around the room, Jesus Christ. I think it's a neat way to tell a story. I don't disagree. Natsuki's poems may be cute, but they're also meaningful. I can see why you'd be into that style. I guess that means you're not as much of a fan of Yuri's poems then. I wouldn't say that. I kind of like everyone's. That's true, but I'm sure you like some more than others, right? Like Yuri's use of complex words and symbolism, or Sayuri's way of expressing happiness or sadness in a more direct way. You must have some kind of preference, don't you? That's not that it's a contest or anything. I was just curious, that's all. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like this way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sighing, not even going to try that word, tangent, like playing it on a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. The fuck's that meant to mean? Oh shit, I didn't mean to press that. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if I didn't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short because it makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's what's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision, and then that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this a tip about writing? What am I talking about? Ooh, foreshadowing. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Let's go Sayori last. Natsuki. Natsuki reads my poem. She keeps glancing at me, then back at my poem. By now, she must have read it more than once. Ugh! Is it that bad? No, it's not. It's good. It's really good, okay? There, I said it. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. Why can't you just be bad at this? My poems are supposed to impress you, not the other way around. You're trying to impress me? Obviously, you think I'd let you enjoy Yuri's writing more than mine? Give me a break. Well, in that case, that's the problem with me trying to impress you. I'll tell you, Natsuki's face freezes like she just realised something. You're trying to impress me? Natsuki vigorously scans her eyes over my poem one more time. Then the poem slips out of her hands and flutters to the floor. I have to use the bathroom. Red-faced Natsuki quickly runs out of the room. Hey Quinton, did you do something to Natsuki? I just saw her rush out like that. You didn't do anything terrible, did you? No! I just told her that... My voice gets caught in my throat. There's no way I could tell Monika that I'm trying to impress Natsuki. Monika sees the poem lying on the floor and swiftly picks it up. She skims over it for a second time, her smile not fading from her face. I see. At first I just thought you liked her writing style, but you wrote this for Natsuki, didn't you? I mean, not really. In fact, didn't she like your poem a lot the other day too? I'm surprised you know her taste so well already. Are you sure you're not cheating, Quinton? Cheating? What do you mean by that? Never mind, I'm just kidding. Ahaha. I don't understand Monika's joke at all. Anyway, how do you think Natsuki feels about you? You don't need to answer that. It's just something for you to think about. Hey! Natsuki comes back and snatches the poem out of Monika's hands. Neither of us had noticed her re-enter the classroom. Did you read this, Monika? Of course, I liked it. Ugh! You should really stop reading things that aren't for you, you know. You have a bad habit of doing that, eh? But Quinton wrote this poem. We're supposed to share with everyone, right? Ugh! Natsuki freezes. She apparently forgot that my poem is technically for everyone to read. Okay, well, I think Quinton should done sharing the poem with everyone. It's not like anyone will want to read this anyway. In fact, I'm just going to hold on to this, if you insist. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Like what? Ugh. Never mind. Natsuki, I'll give you a poem, but that's not very fair to Sayori. She hasn't got time to read it yet. So what? Well, I guess Quinton is right, Natsuki. It's not fair if you don't let anyone finish reading it. Fine. Natsuki returns my poem. It's not like she's going to like it, though. Anyway, read my poem now. And no, I won't let you keep it. This is my only copy. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Ickly, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. And one time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always hear her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps people realise how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about everyone who thinks that doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out they make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so it wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies, but not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviours and stuff, I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure, and Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learnt her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. You know, I'm glad that you would appreciate this kind of writing. I mean, I was talking about that yesterday, and I've been enjoying sharing my writing with you, so do consider yourself lucky, okay? Well, thanks for being honest. What's that supposed to mean? I'm always honest. Jeez. Just look forward to tomorrow too, okay? Alright, I will. Obviously, Sayori. Oh, I like this one, Quinton. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. Guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh, why don't you just at least try giving it some thought? Ah, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point, eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help you give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. Huh, is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Quinton. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the kind of lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all of my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. There's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. And that's an actual rhyme. If you don't remember, like 2 episodes ago, I pointed out that she used like a thing that sounds like a rhyme, but it's not. I can't remember what it's called. But here she's used an actual rhyme. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Rhyme again. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't look like a time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Yeah, there's one of those things that sound like a rhyme, but it's not. Finally, all done, I open it up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them down from my shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle, but every time I let go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. You were supposed to be my friends who aren't smiling, they're all shouting, pleading something. What I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. Jesus Christ, that got a bit dark quickly. Holy crap. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly, because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Ah, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, and honestly, I'm gonna say this here: brown sugar is so nice. I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sorries, always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times, but seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come to sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do last minute preparations, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets so we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us where we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event, but the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up with and recite poems too. So I'm just putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Did you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagine it, Yuri makes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a few days ago. It's a lot for them to ask to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put out a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone that the literature club is about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's for those reasons we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here for the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. If that takes it is standing in the front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant face. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. Aha, that's everyone. And there's the timer. But I'm gonna go for a little longer, I think. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. You're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no, don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Aha, of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has planned for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of the poem is called The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting the poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is that something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Aha, thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... You can do it, Yuri. It's called After an Image of the Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into a book. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she I'm not going to try. There must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her. She's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's like the fucking congratulations scene in Evangelion. It's not, we don't need to applaud for her, but we're caught so off guard we must have forgotten. So we applaud. Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops off a chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like a soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get reached more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Quinton liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where the sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of people. The next time, I'm going to think you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. You don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Quinton. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Anyway, might as well let Quinton lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your own writing. That's something that will improve over time though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem is called Why You're All Looking at Me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little uninfused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She husks back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, you do at least feel prepared to recite the poem in front of other people. I mean, doing it in front of other people will be easier. I can put on whatever I face I want for the other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what's like. Make sure you pick a poem that can get through enough practice before the festival, okay? I've been making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. And I'm going to end it there. So if you did enjoy, please do the like and subscribe. Make sure you go and follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Make sure you join the Discord server, I should say. Because so much goes on there. You get video ideas, you can give me ideas, you can just talk to people, and yeah, it should be a pretty good time. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.